I was looking behind the scenes for a minute. I thought you were like flexing, like you were gonna flex when
I
we got
thought
out of the intro.
Wait, sorry, let me say this correctly. When it started, I saw me and not the intro screen, so I thought you started it and we were just live.
No,
So I was
I
like,
think
wait,
we're
what?
okay. For all I know, something weird happened. Matt, can you raise your chair a little?
No.
If I lower, I was thinking about it. This is my OCD kicking in. But if I lowered mine, I feel like too much of my face would be hidden behind the microphone because I didn't stack enough books for my computer.
It was set up, but these are old bar chairs, so they like the springs have started just to go down without me knowing. So like I just sat on it, like it's good from last week, and it just goes.
I've got a couple chairs like that at this point. What's up? You okay?
Fucking tired.
Yeah, I get it. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, award season plus end of year recap season plus like I'm already selling features for 2023 and I haven't even started my fucking 2022 wrap up stuff, which I have some cool things to write about, but like I don't know. I was up till 3 last night. I told you this already. I was up till 3 like writing 4 different things and I'm still not finished with all my deadlines for the week. Whee!
I was just running some errands for my trip with my mom, and she's like, "So you're going to do your montage soon, right?" And I'm like, "Oh."
You're like, what?
Like, that is for me. I need to prioritize doing that because it's one of my favorite things to do. But like, holy shit!
But that's our problem though, and that's what we have to work on. We deprioritize the things that are for us, and we do our work over them.
Sometimes.
And we should take time for ourselves. And I say we as in like me too. I'm not
yeah,
like...
yeah. I know. I don't, trust me, I don't take it personal. I take it personally, but I also know how much it applies to you as well. I'll point that same finger in your direction. I did take about an hour and a half for myself last night.
Did you?
I did. To do.
Mm-hmm. You indeed did. The deputy.
With me forever and ever for multiple reasons now.
I had to look real, like I knew what it was immediately, but I was like, wait, is he wearing like a sailor's hat? But like I was like, no, now I see it because it was just a far away picture.
I wonder if I have it on my computer. I'm happy to share. I was being like a little weird about sharing it before I actually got it done, but now that it's a done deal, I'll show you how I pared down the image. I wish now I had the actual artist's name handy. I found this artist, like she just popped up on my For You page on TikTok, and I started following her, started seeing all of her stuff, and she did a lot of movie and TV themed things. Like in particular, I think her account started blowing up for minimalist Stranger Things tattoo ideas. And I just like the style. So when I knew I wanted some sort of Scream Dewey tattoo, I reached out to her, and she was like incredible. I commissioned her, like I paid her to do the work, but I don't know. I feel like I got like way more than what I paid her for just because she was such a pleasure to work with. And like I don't have the original design here, but if you could see the very first thing she sent me and compared to the very last, it was like a pretty significant overhaul, but she was so good at all of it. All right, I have the image.
Well, also like it's going on your...
It's showing it with a...
Oh, with that hold on, wait.
Like if we like put our really...
put your hand on the other side. Go closer. No, put your hand closer.
Wait, where do you want me to put it?
Like the closer you put it, like the more it'll cover.
I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah, there you go.
You see?
Oh yeah, it's got everything.
And there's a phone, like a phone and a tree with a little ghost face in the background. And you can see we started by trying to put it here. And it was it was too much for me. And like I don't know.
Like here, like the soft part.
Like, I don't know. It was like it's like a little hit in there, but it was very visible when I looked at the stencil that way. And it looked like, like the start of a sleeve to me. That's what it made me think of. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready for something like that. Well, so I finally got a wrist tattoo.
No, it's very nice where it is because you can always see it, like you said, and like it's for you and you want to see it, so like it's always going to be there.
But there was a whole conversation about which way it should face, and the artists were very, very adamant that like you don't want it just for you, like you want to be able to show it to people.
Yeah, like if you show people, you want to be able just to like open your arm basically, versus like trying to do something like this or like here you go.
Like, yeah, but like
well,
you can.
Well,
why are you all red there?
Am I red?
Yeah.
I just took a shower and the water was hot. Also, I have a permanent tan line. Like look at this. This is like literally like I burned myself so bad one time.
Don't burn your tattoos.
It was very pre-tattoo, which is even worse. But like you were talking about like, so where am I going to put my the menu tattoo jokingly, but like I've already decided like I'm going to do a menu tattoo. And I think I want to do it's so like this little circle here, if I can fit it, it's going to be like the top down of a cheeseburger with a bite out of it. And it's going to have the like branded pressing of the restaurant's like logo. So like it's gonna like it'll be more simple, that one, but like just the idea of just like the cheeseburger and like it's like basically he toasted the bun with a brand of like the logo of the restaurant. Yeah. So like that's gonna be my next tattoo just right there.
I feel like we had another really good idea to add to your sleeve. Oh look, I love how like it just left the tattoo.
It's just you just forget it's there. It's just like you put your well, this is going to all, so like I'm sorry for my pit hair, but like this is all going to be Japanese extremist horror. So there's a movie called Dead Sushi, and the hero of the movie is a little egg sushi. So like I'm gonna get the egg sushi right there.
Oh, I can't wait to see it grow and grow and grow.
I was gonna keep going. Just up though. It's gonna go up.
Okay. We have a whole bunch of people to say hello here. Happy Friday to you too, MK Songbird. Travis is here. Happy Friday, peeps. What's good? Hello, everyone. I look 6'4". We should have kept the chairs the way they were.
Yeah. Do you want me to go back down so you can look taller?
I mean, it'll make me feel better about myself. Yeah. Oh, I think we're getting a visitor right now. I'll turn the camera a little for him.
Malky. Yeah. Hi.
Hey, Malcolm. Everyone's looking at you.
Just looks up like
such a good boy. Malcolm met Jerry Bruckheimer yesterday.
That is very impressive.
I feel like it was done purposely too. Like he's so fucking cute. Look at this cat. Just look at this cat. But I feel like he did this purposely too. Maybe he loves cats too. Maybe I shouldn't judge him. But I spoke to him yesterday for the new National Treasures series. And of course, you know, with a guy like Jerry Bruckheimer, you want to ask him about his like 5,000 upcoming projects. And the one that I decided to ask him about was the Margot Robbie-led Pirates of the Caribbean movie, because she had recently said that it wasn't moving forward. So I wanted to ask him, like, you know, what's up? Is it really dead, or is there a possibility for that script to reemerge sometime in the future? And he gave me an informative and brief answer, but then immediately goes, "Is that a cat behind you?" And I'm like,
he's like, "We're done with this."
That's how you don't reveal too much.
We're done with this.
Now I can turn. Malcolm's very busy today.
Aww.
Malcolm's very busy always.
So I have Mr. Rogers to myself this weekend. Amelia's in San Francisco, so we're just bros.
Oh, I forgot. That's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the boys' weekend. Oh, Malcolm's now.
I can do this now. I have the block power. Wait,
no. Oh, you're in the chat. Oh, I see.
Yeah, I have an error. Maybe I still can't. Block. I think maybe blocking is the one thing.
Oh, I got an error too, actually. That's annoying. I bet you it's a YouTube problem.
That's fine. I put him in timeout.
I see someone already brought this up. Midnight Club was canceled, and I'm very sad. Did you ever watch it?
I watched bits and pieces of it through Amelia. Obviously, she watched the whole thing. So I saw like a lot of it, and I definitely saw the finale.
Okay. Mike Flanagan basically did exactly what he promised, and he posted the full story plan for the next season. And it's like, for anybody who is curious, I'm very appreciative that he just went ahead and did it. Like, even though it kind of, I guess, kills the chances for it to get picked up anywhere else, but I'm glad he shared it, and I know those story details, and also sounds really damn cool. Really damn cool.
I mean, I think unfortunately the problem with the first season was that you needed that second season. I liked the first season. I think it's still one of his weaker things. and it's in the finale for me. You've basically done what a lot of people do, and you've created a season 1 that's like, but wait till season 2 where we review. But like, I still felt like season 1 was incomplete, and I think that did a disservice to the actual show.
It's so funny because I feel the opposite. Like, part of me is really, really sad that we don't get more, because I did want this next chapter he had planned, but then I like was able to stop and say to myself, I still feel like incredibly satisfied and like we got a whole story. So like it's okay. Yeah. I just like I know those actors will go on to do good things, but like they're not like Mirror Domain said, Ruth Codd and like other ones from the show are in Fall of the House of Usher, but you know, like it still has to be hard to get your first big Netflix series and have it canceled after 1 season. It just like it has to be hard and scary, and my heart hurts for them for that reason.
No, I get that. But I mean, like on the flip side, for the Flanagan and Trevor Macy of it all, like they're going to fucking Amazon. Like that, like it's not like I'm sure actually that maybe this cancellation was part of the fact that like they're not coming back or something like that. But they're going to Amazon. I think that's a huge swing for Amazon specifically because their horror catalog, and especially their original horror catalog, is not as strong as basically most of the competitors out there. Like I think even Hulu has a better original horror catalog than Amazon Prime Video does. So I think this is a massive get for Prime Video. Like that's the bigger story for me. It's not Netflix losing them. It's Prime Video actually getting like the Camp Flanagan, and they're going to have like Flanagan for the next however long or however many projects.
Did that original report mention anything about his Netflix arrangement?
Oh, he's done. Yeah. He's
done.
Yeah. It's I'm pretty sure it's an exclusivity agreement. So like they've inked him for the next X amount of projects, just like Netflix did. So like, sorry, Netflix. Like I don't know obviously the back end dealings there, but you know, it seemed like Flanagan was happy working for Netflix. So if you went to Prime Video, either the money was better or Netflix was like, meh.
I don't know. I mean, I don't care where he goes, I'll follow.
Yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't matter. Dan's here with the super chat. When is there going to be a Scream 6 preview? Did you like the leaked photo? I don't like commenting on leaked photos, but
I didn't see it. Is that actually? Wait, I did see it. The ghost face in a bodega.
Well, I saw that there's more than one leak photo.
Oh, okay.
Anytime that I see Scream 6 trending, I absolutely must click on it. And most of the time it's because there is a legitimate update. And the other part of the time it's because there's leaked photos. So literally the second I clicked on it, I saw the bodega photo, and I also saw the group photo with the Hayden Panettiere wig that everyone's commenting on.
Well, so I mean, the thing to remember is like these number one are leaked photos. We don't know what they're actually filming. And number two, remember the last Screams trailer, which had the ghost face with the metal mask or silver mask and the flamethrower, and everyone's like, "Oh man, how does that work into the story?" And guess what? It was just a movie shot within an actual movie, and all it was a passing face. So like you're seeing these leaked photos, you're seeing these things. You can make a bunch of all the Scream theories you want, but at the end of the day, Radio Silence has proved they know how to fuck with the audience in the proper way.
I'll make a prediction that bodega photo is bullshit. Like it's some sort of like not what you think it is.
I think it's I think it's going to be some kind of just like copycat criminal who is just like a one-off scene of like using Ghostface to rob, a convenience store or a bodega, and that's it. Like it's not
something like that. No. I think I'm with you on that. Vincent's here. Hey, Perri and Matt, just wanted to show support. Very much appreciate you showing support. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
And Mike Joyce, Cocaine Bear is going to sweep the Oscars, right? I mean, wouldn't that be funny? You never know. I mean, who knows? We know, Perri. I mean, we could be in for the best movie of 2023 when it comes out in, what is it, March?
Cocaine Bear.
You never know. Okay, we might as well just talk about the trailer. I purposely made that the headline today because, like, holy shit, Cocaine Bear. There's so many thoughts I have about this. The first thing I'll bring up, and this might be me being overly sensitive, but like it looks like a fun, Rogers understands me. It looks like a fun, wild ride, but are you at all bothered by the fact that cocaine really did kill the bear?
So that's what I was going to say. Like, I was so waiting for this trailer to actually get a feel of the tone of the film, because like a poster can do whatever it wants, but like the trailers where you actually see and hear and like feel what the movie's going to be. And that is the weird thing. I am entertained by what I've seen. I think they have taken a engaging approach that gets the B movie creature feature lover in me going. But the end of the story is very, very bad for the bear.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they're going to merge, as you just said, this very comedic, darkly humorous tone with the terrible thing that happens in the true story.
I almost wish that none of the material that pertained to the film ever even mentioned the fact that this was inspired by a true story, because I know it's very loosely based. I read up a little about what really happened, and it wasn't a situation where, you know, the bear ate the cocaine and went on some sort of murderous rampage because all these curious characters happen to be in the like, it's not a one-for-one type thing, but the fact that it was, like, inspired on this terrible thing happening to an animal, it's just like, I can't quite shake that.
So what you've just said is where my wheels were going, because like it is inspired by true story. You are correct. They are not telling the true story of this. And I think there is a very good chance they alter the ending based on what we have seen so far.
Wait, I'm confused. What do you mean by that?
Like the bear's not going to die. I don't think the bear's going to die in this story. I think they're going to take the most insane creative liberties possible, because I don't see a way out of the movie they have shown us with the bear dying. Like that is such a downer. So like, I think we're going to go crazy bonkers. Elizabeth Banks is going to take this just like, fuck this. This is a crazy story. The bear is going to be like, you know, okay at the end. That's what I hope, at least.
I do. I think that they could make it better by making the bear live in the end. But the fact that like a real bear's poor story and situation is being used for an action horror comedy is I don't know. It's just something to keep thinking about.
I'm curious. I'm excited. I love the trailer. I love the marketing campaign around
it. The poster is something else. It's like, if I take out what I was just explaining, I mean, like if that was a wholly original concept that came out of the blue, like a forest animal ate a ton of cocaine and then went on a murderous rampage, I think like I'd feel better about that. But they're kind of like what I've seen thus far.
Also worth bringing up, Ray Liotta's final performance. So going out in a fucking blaze of glory.
A blaze of cocaine fueled glory.
And we already have a sequel idea. There was a this is a joke, but like there was an actual case where people, or like officials, found sharks that were stuffed with cocaine for trafficking. So like, I don't know, if we need a sequel to Cocaine Bear, we have cocaine sharks.
Cocaine sharks. And that's also like the sequel idea, is that it's multiple.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you have to go bigger and badder. And to me, it's like the sharks again live in this one, and they turn around and eat all the fucking drug smugglers. I want that movie.
I love how I haven't even seen Cocaine Bear, but I'm already looking forward to Cocaine Sharks.
Cocaine Sharks, absolutely.
This is a pretty solid trailer, and I do think that in general, that basic premise is going to bring a lot of butts in those seats, and I think that this movie's going to significantly benefit from curiosity with the premise alone.
It's doing don't coke the bear. It's doing everything right. The tagline is perfect.
I am curious about Elizabeth Banks behind the lens, though.
Okay.
And it's like, I'm just gonna pull up her directing IMDb.
Charlie's Angels.
Charlie's Angels, and then before that was Charlie's Angels, Pitch Perfect 2.
Was it 2 or 3?
I think it's 2, because somebody else did 3, and then also she did a segment of Movie 43, I believe.
We don't talk about Movie 43.
Which most people, except me, have completely erased from their memory.
We don't talk about Movie 43.
That's what it was. It was Movie 43, Pitch Perfect 2, Charlie's Angels, and now Cocaine Bear. I mean, like, Charlie's Angels and Cocaine Bear could have some similarities. And even if you want to work in all 3 movies and their comedic elements, I could see them pairing well. Cocaine Bear just seems actually, maybe not. Because Charlie's Angels was pretty ambitious and had some significant set pieces.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Charlie's Angels was underrated, I would say.
So, I'm 100% with you on that. I loved that movie quite a bit. Like, I didn't think it was like perfect or the greatest thing ever, but I was very happy and enjoyed myself watching that movie quite a bit. And I wanted a sequel to that.
Yeah, exactly. So I am curious is the word. This is just one of those movies that you have to see to believe, and I will see it to believe what the fuck I am trying to see right now.
I'm counting down for that one. I feel like we need to go to Mario next. And I
Sure.
know I'm gonna say Mario this entire time. I'll say Mario just to like recognize that way of pronouncing it. And it's a me, Mario. I know he says it that way. My natural way of speaking, so I don't seem awkward during this entire conversation, is saying Mario. So I will be saying
Yes.
Mario.
That is totally fine. I will be saying. I mean, Amelia's not here, so I can't have fun with it and say it incorrectly and send her insane. But like, I don't know. As a fan of the games, a fan of everything, this second trailer, or sorry, I guess like the first one was a teaser. Technically, this is like the full trailer. I saw enough in the teaser to kind of like get me excited outside of Chris Pratt's voice, but now I have seen plenty in this full trailer that like I really think we're in pretty decent hands here, because like there's so much lore throughout the entire like Super Mario's mythology, where it's like, of course we're gonna get our Mario Kart, of course we're gonna get like some Super Smash scenes, and also they found a way to incorporate like the actual level design into these like little, you see Mario like jumping up and going through the bricks and doing all the things, like it looks like a floating level. So I am hesitant to say that like I'm very excited for this in the same way I was excited for the first Sonic. But still, the elephant in the room is like Chris Pratt's voice gets better this one, because at least there's more of him. Like I've heard more of him talk where he's not trying to force the terrible,
Oh
but
God, I don't
it
know.
is absolutely an insult to the original voice actor. I mean, it's just insane. I don't understand it.
It's just a very strange voice casting choice to me, and I like he's a good actor. I've seen him do a lot of solid things. He's obviously a big name that has a box office draw. I
Yeah.
understand all that stuff, but I don't know, from the second it was announced, it just didn't seem like the right fit, and then it continues to seem like not the right fit every single step of the way, and that's really the only negative I've seen about this trailer. People seem really excited about this movie. I'm really excited about this movie. Everything about it feels right and feels like it's speaking to fans. The only thing that doesn't is the voice performance of the main character.
So I'm most excited, I think, like as Anya Taylor-Joy's Peach. Like that seems like almost one of the best fits. I was even having Jack Black as Bowser is also fantastic. Like absolutely fantastic. So I think they're doing really well with a lot of the outside voices to say. Like Keegan as Toad, perfect. But it's a little Charlie Day and Luigi too. That's another one that I was like,
I'm glad you brought him up. I didn't feel the same way about him that I did Chris Pratt, just in terms of it not fitting that much. But even him in that role, something, I don't know, something doesn't feel quite right. And maybe this is something I'll also forget in context of the movie. Like, again, this is only the first full trailer. This is the first time we're getting like a significant dose of their performances. Maybe I'll forget in the context of the full story, but like right now, they just feel, one feels really off to me and one feels a little off to me.
They feel unenthusiastic. That's the word that comes to my mind. Like when you hear them, like again, original voice, of Mario, Charles Martinet, like he's so lively, and like like the here we go, like all that stuff. Like it's all very emphatic when he does it, and then you hear Chris Pratt doing it, and it's like Chris Pratt just like reading off a teleprompter. And I think I kind of hear that in Charlie Day too. Like I love Charlie Day. Don't get me wrong. I love most things that he does.
There's no
like there's definitely
Day here, and it's like we're not necessarily blaming the actors. I mean, they got a gig, they took it, and they were given direction probably, but
it feels flat. Those two in particular, to me, it feels like a flat voice, where you have other voice actors, again, like Keegan-Michael Key, who is good at this stuff. Like, he's been around, he's been doing voices for a long time, and like it's hard to hear those two in the same movie. And again, I say that, but like Anya Taylor-Joy, I think it fits as Princess Peach perfectly. Like does a great job of it, and I like how she's not just a princess that's going to be held in the castle the whole time by Bowser. Like you see her out there ready to charge into battle.
I was literally just scrubbing through that particular moment.
Oh, yep. There you go.
The part that really got me hyped was the Rainbow Bridge.
Oh, Rainbow Road from Rainbow
Road. There's like that part where it comes up in the trailer, and it was just like seeing that image, but also the exact time it came in, that I'm like, yes. I need to play Mario Kart.
Yeah, exactly. And so, and again, that's the thing for me, just seeing that they went through and painstakingly brought in all of these, like, it feels very Mario. It doesn't feel like they're just kind of placing us into an unoriginal IP that we've seen over and over again to be like, hey, we're just going to do it like we did it. Like, this isn't just speed running through Mario. Like, this feels like a very unique and original universe that we're familiar with.
Like, also, like, very highly detailed too. It's like I've watched the trailer a couple times at this point, and like there's so many key characters, key locations, little details you could really like scrub through and pause on just about any frame, and like someone in the background. And I don't know, as someone who grew up playing these games quite a bit, I feel like I need to play Mario Kart again. Did I ever tell you what Lonnie and Matt got me for, like, it was either last Christmas or the Christmas before? It was like the mini Super Nintendos that they came out with, and they have games. Like, they have, I think, Mario Kart, Donkey Kong Country, and some other things, but those are the only two that I've played.
I saw that one too. I
need to like bring that over. You guys have to come over and we'll actually play with it.
My parents still have their Super Nintendo, and like that's we have a few of the games downstairs as well. Not Mario Kart, we have Dr. Mario and a few others.
I know we got rid of the Sega, but I'm pretty sure I still have my original Nintendo console with the Game Genie still like lodged into it.
Yeah. So I'm in on Mario. Like that's the thing. I don't know. Everyone's out here hating on it, and I'm just like, I don't know. It looks kind of fun.
I actually see. I feel like the large majority is alike, except for certain elements, which we kind of touched on here. What other trailers are we talking about?
I mean, there's Transformers. Is.
No, that didn't mean that I wasn't enthusiastic. So with Transformers, I was actually going to say I'm surprised how. I mean, I'm not going to say how like super enthusiastic I'm dying to see a new Transformers movie it made me, but it piqued my interest way more than I would expect given my response to not Bumblebee, but the other recent Transformers movies. I'm also just really excited for Anthony Ramos and Dominique Fishback. I feel like the second they signed on for this movie, I had more faith.
Yeah, you're like, so for me, I used to watch Transformers Beast Wars, like was my show. I watched whether it was Saturday or like before school, I forget which one it was. So Beast, like the fact that they're bringing the Beast Wars into the actual movie canon at this point, I am a little more hyped than I thought I would be. Like when I watched that trailer and I get to see everybody coming back, and I'm like, all right, like now we're hitting the Transformers canon that like I grew up with and the ones that like I watched and that were like special to me. And you go back and watch some of those Beast Wars episodes now, and the animation is like unwatchable. I was like, holy crap. Remember the early days of kids animation? And it was just like pixels barely moving on a screen, just like zipping back and forth. But no, I am a little bit more hyped for this one than I thought I would be.
Some of the images here look really good too. Like that, which one is Anthony Ramos like stepping out of in that end shot? Do you know the names better than I do?
I do not know the names better. No, I was a kid.
Well, I thought that shot looked really good, and I think some of the bigger set pieces also look really good, which is kind of impressive because, of course, this is not a Michael Bay directed movie. Stephen Cable Jr. is doing it. He's the one who directed Creed 2, and even though he has proven he's a talented director before, jumping into a Transformers movie is a pretty big production to take on. So the fact that, what we're getting thus far looks this good is very encouraging to me.
Yeah. So, I mean, I remember the ones like Cheater and Rat Trap, but like I didn't see them, I don't think, in the trailer. So like I remember like the funny ones, the comical ones, obviously Optimus Primal, but I would have to go back and rewatch some of the cartoon to actually get back into it. Right now I'm just like going more on nostalgia.
All right, Mirage.
There we go.
Two for Mirage, so I'll just roll with that then. But that shot looked really good.
Yeah, there are some dinos that we get into Beast Wars. So like if we get to the dinosaurs, it's a fun one.
You know how I feel about dinosaurs, so I'll take that. All right.
We also have Guardians.
Super chats. Oh yeah.
Super chats.
Let me hit these two super chats so I don't forget them. The next one up was JG. Some early holiday cheer. Watch My Policeman, finally enjoyed it, but something felt off. Also, you must watch RRR ASAP. It's so much fun, and the music is a banger. Cannot stop listening to it. Enjoy your FYC coverage. I have not seen My Policeman simply because at this point in time, I am crossing everything off the list that I'm not either doing interviews for or seriously considering as actual Oscar contenders. So
yeah,
even if I want to watch something, it's being bumped down the list right now if it doesn't fit into one of those categories. But I will tell you, I mean, this is probably not the best way to watch RRR, but it's on, like, I downloaded things from my flights and RRR is on there. So hopefully by the time I get back to LA, unless I fall asleep on the flight, which is also possible, I will have seen it.
they just added an LA press screening, so
Did they?
They did.
Probably
I'm
not.
just telling
Probably
you.
while I'm away.
Maybe we'll see. But yeah, oh my god, RR is so good. It is. I don't want to rub it in your face, but like it is a pure theater experience, and like seeing it with people, and especially like at the Alamo with booze, it was it's so much fun.
Damn, man, I wish they would bring those screenings back.
Well, I think they keep trying to like bring them back so momentarily. So like I wouldn't count out that like RRR comes back and does another LA just like bonkers ass screening. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe even that's something that they wind up doing before. Like I think we've discussed that it's not eligible for the International Feature Oscar because it wasn't submitted, I believe. So like that wouldn't be a thing, but like it probably still could be in consideration for other awards, end of year awards. So maybe they'll bring it back for that reason.
Yeah, I hope so. And also, yes, I have pushed My Policeman so far down the list.
Wow. Yeah.
Goodbye. No thanks.
I probably won't be watching that anytime soon, but we'll see. Wiley is here. Hey guys, Berkeley has given me the hardest week of school because of finals. Oy, I hope they went well, Wiley. Good luck with whichever ones you have left. So I'm glad I can enjoy this. Thanks. By the way, Bones and All is fantastic. I agree with you, Wiley.
It's good.
I rewatched it again the other night. It's very good. It's very good. And that's like another example of an A+ score. I love that score so much.
Score is good. Yeah.
So good.
I wish I've been getting we've been getting vinyls for your consideration packages.
Really?
And like I was kind of like, well, yeah, there's Knives Out I got the vinyl for. Elvis I got the vinyl for. So it's like I kind of wish I got that Bones and All vinyl.
I'm just living through everyone's excitement until I get back to. Do you know how many package alerts I have?
20,000. I know. My apartment is boxes. I am living in boxes right now.
I did just get an alert that all of my packages had to be removed from our lockers by the leasing office. And I was nice enough to give them the heads up because they always send, like, when you live in an apartment complex, odds are they do this where they send out like, it's high time for packages. Please just be on top of taking yours. So there's room for others. So I called them and I let them know I'm going away on this date and I won't be back until this date. So I'm sorry. And, you know, hopefully that helped them a little.
I am looking at a white noise. I'm looking at the Amazon Prime Advent calendar. I am looking at my Knives Out box. I'm looking at a My Policeman box. I'm literally our kitchen island is just boxes. I can't.
I'm excited for a lot of those boxes, but if I'm being honest, the only box I really care about is that Knives Out box.
It's cool. It's a cool box.
It looks cool.
Talking about boxes. Cool. What the fuck are
you doing? We could also talk about the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 trailer.
Yeah. I'm gonna cry. The fucking baby raccoon. Fucking crying.
My big hot take that I'm sure somebody else has pointed out, like someone's dying. Like a big character is dying.
I think it might be Rocket.
Really? I guess it could be Rocket.
I think it might be Rocket.
I went to Drax, but I think maybe that shot of him with like a shot like wound looking thing, maybe that's like deliberately there to give me that feeling when in reality it could be Rocket. You might be right. I'm starting to think it's Rocket more than Drax.
Bradley Cooper, I think, is getting into his directing. He's getting into doing all these other things now, and I don't know if Coops is long for the MCU. I think Drax actually. I think Drax is the other answer there, and like pre. Or if they're just done with Chris Pratt, they're gonna kill off Peter Quill.
Well, they have a shot where clearly something happened to him, but I feel like you don't include that shot. And also, like, he's one of the ones like in tears, so I don't think it could be him. But
Yeah,
I think you might be right with Rocket, because
I
also
think
there's
it's
those
Rocket.
other shots of like baby Rocket, and he makes a buddy, and I don't know, that just feels like it's like setting us up to break our hearts into a million pieces.
Yeah, it's gonna shatter me. It's going to absolutely shatter me when that fucking adorable psychotic raccoon dies.
We've got some that agree. JG thinks it's Star-Lord. Oh, Rocket. Wait, wait, I'm sorry. I think Peter will die for Gamora. I think Rocket will die and Drax. We're not losing 3 characters. I refuse to believe it.
Yeah, I don't think that. But like the other thing here too is like I
There's
am
like feel like there will be multiple deaths. Oh, between Guardians of the
yeah,
Galaxy Volume 3 and
yeah.
Quantumanium. I
I
mean,
think that
maybe.
is correct. Like the shakeup is happening. They have too many characters right now, and like things have to happen to bring in still new ones. Like we have new characters. Like there's a Blade movie that's trying to figure out when it's going to get made, but like all these other things. So the balance has to happen. But at the same time, like the big thing for me watching this Guardians trailer and like how emotionally affecting it is and what it's doing to me, it just makes me like, man, I'm really gonna fucking miss James Gunn in the MCU. I mean, that is my biggest takeaway from this. That like I think this will be a tremendous bowing out for him, and he's gonna go out on top. But like, no one's been able to use the Guardians the way he has. Like, no one to me has been able to like hit the tone of like emotionality and also just the comic storytelling, the outcast storytelling than like Gunn is doing. So like I'm so sad that like this is our last rodeo for a foreseeable future with Gunn in the MCU.
I don't I'm less sad about that as long as he keeps making things like Peacemaker for DC.
Yeah.
But also it's like I respect as much as I love the Guardians and they're my favorite sub-series within the MCU, as much as I love them, I do very much respect the idea of capping it off at a trilogy and having a degree of finality to it. And if
Yeah.
characters have to die, hopefully it's that kind of like, earned emotion and finality
Oh
that
yeah.
also has some hope moving forward. I just hope if this is the end of that particular series within the series that I don't know. It's not all like doom and gloom, and there is some positivity to
No, no, no,
it.
no. I don't think it will be doom and gloom because like that's not the way Gunn directs. I
Yeah.
mean, like everything we've seen, like he's already been able to like kill Yondu, but make it the most like hopeful death and like
Yeah.
have that be a cause for change. And everything Gunn does is using the dark and what he's learned, making fucking trauma movies and like how extreme you can go there, but giving it a soul, giving it something more. Like that's than
Yeah.
just exploitation for exploitation's sake.
It's like this is very, early out, far out from when the movie's being released, but it's like I would imagine that if we lose some Guardians, there's going to be some sort of message or reminder of like we lose some along the way, but we gain in the
Yeah.
process because, Mantis was an addition.
Yeah.
Who knows who else we'll see more of in terms of their interactions with the Guardians and that
We're
type of
getting
well,
Adam
yeah.
Warlock
Luke
right there, like
Luke
like an
good
introduction
too.
there, who's a villain and hero in the same one. Like he can be both. So
Yeah.
we don't know how they're going to fully use Adam Warlock there, like in this movie and going forward.
I'm excited.
Yeah, so it's probably one of my most hyped movies of the year, and I know it's not cool to be excited for fucking superhero movies, but like Guardians for me is
you be excited for whatever you're excited about.
oh no, I know that was more a ding on the people who get pissy when like you like superhero shit.
Was there one more trailer? Oh, Indiana
Indy,
Jones.
fucking Indy.
So that question might reflect how I feel about the trailer. I don't think it's a bad trailer by any means, but it's like when I think about what I said about Transformers, like I'm not a Transformers hater. I definitely think a lot of those movies could have been better, and there was a lot of wasted money. But pushing that aside, like it felt like Transformers had a steeper hill to climb to get me back in. Whereas with Indy, it's not like my franchise, I don't get as excited about it as hardcore fans do, but I'm interested enough that like it had an easier time sparking interest compared to a Transformers trailer, and Transformers was significantly more successful.
So Indy for me, I was never huge on too, so I'm coming to this as the same way. Like, I like the Indy movies 100%, but the last memory we have in an Indy movie was not as good So while I do agree, like the Transformers, like the climb for Transformers was a steep one, but I feel like Bumblebee helped that. Like we're coming up off of Bumblebee, so we're a little bit more excited because we're like, all right, well, hold on, like they completely saved the franchise with that little scrappy Bumblebee movie. So the next one, like maybe we can have the same kind of success there. While I feel like I don't know, feel like Indie actually might have a bigger hill to climb in that way. Like it's got the devoted fans because it's had so many good movies, but then I don't know, you're kind of coming off one of its down notes. So it's like, all right, like is it how are we gonna like do a send off in this way? Is it going to be another one of those, or are we actually going to like reclaim Indie's glory?
I was just going to look to see if Indiana Jones was a teaser trailer or an official trailer, and it says official trailer on YouTube. I thought maybe it was a teaser, and that's part of the problem. But I also think just like in general, whether it's a franchise I'm really into or not, I feel like I'm usually more drawn to like storytelling focused trailers, and this to me felt like montage to get excited that Indiana Jones is back. And that's not necessary. And that could work for many of people out there and clearly has. But for a viewer like me, that is not what I needed to see in order to up the hype level for the movie.
No, that's fair. I feel like it was made for the fans, and that's not a bad thing. Like, absolutely make a movie for the fans because that's who you're honoring. Like with a movie this deep into a franchise, and yes, I think the Mangold of it all is also the thing where I do trust James Mangold. Yeah. So that is the bigger deal here, where we have a director who is coming in, and I like them. I mean, like, there's no other way to say it.
Promotion wise, it really, like, unless I see something so ridiculously bad, it does not really matter what I see because I have like a certain like baseline in my mind for a James Mangold movie, and it's like it's pretty damn high. So I have a good feeling that no matter what, the film is going to turn out rock solid in the end. But
yeah.
I don't know. I always hesitate to judge any de-aging in a trailer because, sometimes you're in a situation where effects aren't finished. And then also, it could be maybe the shortest snippet. It could feel different in context of the full movie. Like there might have been one or two shots, like funny looking shots that caught my eye, but I also like can't even separate myself from like the messages that I got in like, like friend slacks where like someone's like, look how silly this looks. And I'm like, I haven't seen the trailer yet. Now I'm gonna see that shot and I'm gonna think about your comment.
I don't know. De-aging to me has been a hit and miss, I guess, gamut to say that there have been some atrocious de-agings, looking at Star Wars shows and whatnot. And there have been some honestly usages of de-aging that have worked for me. So actual product is going to tell it. Like a trailer, they can just flash an image and that's it, and that's fine. But like I need to see it in the full practice within the movie.
I also just want to make sure that whenever de-aging technology is used, it's being used with purpose. Like sometimes I feel like I've seen it used just because like, wouldn't this be a great moment to have a flashback or to include a character because we can? And then I've seen other instances where, like even if the technology isn't like absolutely perfect, it still works for me because the story necessitated it.
Right.
So I think you can get away with a lot more if it's story first.
Yeah. I'm excited. It does look a bit more I don't know, more than the average blockbuster. I think someone said that in the chat, and I do kind of agree with it. Like it has a little bit more going on there. And again, I think that's attributed to Mangold being behind the camera. So like I again here for it. You didn't really have to like sell me on a new indie movie, but at the same way, like you did have to get me a little more excited. And so far, I am moderately excited.
Moderately excited. I feel like I need that next piece of promotional material that like ups me from my starting point of excitement.
Right.
Like I'm still at that same excitement level, and that excitement level was there.
Yeah.
We've got Jesus Fernandez here. Who would you say is the breakout star of the year? Could be an actor, director, etc. My mind immediately went to Jenna Ortega.
Nah.
And it's like, it's not like she hasn't been around for a little bit, but like 2022 is a game-changing year for her.
Scream, the year of Ortega.
Scream, Wednesday, X, Fallout. That's a That's a pretty significant year. I would say this is you said it, Matt. It's the year of Jenna Ortega.
Yeah, I know like this isn't fair to say Breakout in this way, I guess, but like everything maybe like Resurgence is better for my answer, but like
Ki Hui Kwan.
100%. I love that he's already like, he's giving award speeches already, and like that's the thing.
Well,
I love that he is. It's not just a role he did and like cool he's back. Like no, he's getting recognized for like supporting actor, and it's been a while. So like it's a deserving resurgence. I like that as the re-breakout.
That's not going to stop either.
No, I don't think it will.
I think this is the start of a whole lot of consistency for him in that department, and he is going to have a very, very good next couple of months.
Yeah, so that is my interesting answer. Mia Goth, I saw that too.
Yeah. This is the game-changing year for Mia Goth, where the industry is like, why the fuck have we relegated her to supporting characters for so long when she should have been leading our movies? That's what happened this year.
Yeah, so I think that is and also Joseph Quinn is being mentioned, so like 100%.
That is Joseph Quinn definitely counts here. I'm curious to see what he does next. So that's always like the high pressure situation. You get your big breakout role, and you better, you could have like a hiccup of a project and then come like it's not going to be over, but it's always just a situation where after your breakout there is just so much pressure on your next thing.
Well, and I think that's like the Jenna Ortega of it all, of saying like Jenna Ortega was phenomenal in the Fallout, and like that's something we saw at South by Southwest, so like a while ago. And then to follow it up with like strong performance after strong performance after strong performance, like that to me is the official breakout. Like again, this is the year of Ortega. Like this is the coming out party. This is everything. So like, and there's no down note. Like you look across the board, and like she has just, pardon the wording, but slayed everything she's been in, and she's been in mostly horror stuff. So
there is no other way to put that.
No, absolutely.
I mean, Anya Taylor-Joy feels like she had her breakup, but she's also having a good year too. Between Northman and The Menu. I mean, Jeremy Allen White's another one who's been around and been known for a little while, but the Bear's a pretty big deal. I still have to watch that.
Bear's phenomenal.
Yeah, so yeah. Good. I just have a feeling I'm gonna really like it too.
And it like 30-minute episodes, only 8. Done.
Did we get through all our trailers?
We did get through all the trailers. Big week. Like I feel like this is an insanely big week for trailers. We haven't had that in a while.
Does it have anything? Are these all things that premiered at CCXP? I feel like I haven't been paying attention to that.
Possibly.
I haven't actually paid attention to what movies were hosting events there, but
yeah,
I think that might be part of the reason why.
It makes sense. And they're all kind of like big blockbuster, up and coming films. So like that makes sense to me.
You know what I finally rewatched?
No.
Avatar.
How did it play?
Played pretty damn well.
Okay.
Played pretty damn well. I think I credit me being more wowed by the movie actually without the pressure of having to see it in 3D.
Okay.
And like just a reminder for anyone else who hasn't heard this, but like I have not rewatched Avatar since it came out in 2009, and I saw it one time in the theater in 3D, and I was like, cool, but like not enough to get me to keep coming back for more.
Cool, but like cool.
Watching it like on my own time without having to sit there in 3D glasses, I don't know. I think there was like more thematic resonance to the material than I was able to appreciate before, if that makes any sense. Like I think I was so focused on the spectacle, and the world building in it and the detail in it is like really incredibly impressive. But
yeah,
I don't know, just those messages about like how we interact with each other and the environment that we're in, like I don't know, like I think it's a very on the nose approach to some of those topics, but it's also like very effective, and like especially maybe even nowadays more so than ever, it feels like we need to have those messages and be beaten over the head with them because we don't seem to heed any of the warnings. So it's like Avatar feels like a perfect little capsule of like, look what you're doing and look how you should treat the things that are around you.
We have tried subtlety for years, and it has gotten us nowhere. I mean, then it's now time to start, like you said, hitting people over the head with things. Not, I mean, like, listen, I'll probably do a rewatch too before I screen it, and just to jog my memory. But yeah, I hope it plays the same way. By the way, I saw Violent Night. Fucking rules.
Oh yeah, it does fucking roll, doesn't it? I knew you were gonna like it. I knew you were gonna like it. I feel like you saw something else that I was like, I know you're gonna like it.
What else did I see this week? I saw Violent Night. I saw.
You definitely tweeted something else, and I'm like, I knew it.
I don't know. I'd have to go back to it. I watched Willard.
What did you watch?
Like the 2003 Willard with Crispin Glover.
Oh, that's very random.
Yeah, I wrote about
literally the last. I was like, are you trying to say Willow?
No, Willard. It was for my remake column, so it was all fun. No, it was a
joke. Caleb's here. You know what that means?
Yeah.
So, I feel like
shambles.
I'm not. I'm pretty strong in the Patreon league, but I'm looking at the standings right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really the only one with a considerable lead on us is Sam. Like Sam is 10-2, but then there's 3 of us that are 8-4, 2 more that are 7-5, 3 more that are 6-6. It's like a lot of those playoff spots in the Patreon league are pretty up in the air.
Yeah. I have
you got a little work to do in that league.
Nope, I'm done. I'm out of it. I got nothing left. I'm like half my team's in the fucking IR.
Well.
Oh wait, we did miss a super chat. Sorry. We just when we go back. Hold on. I'll you keep continuing.
Okay, I'll do that, and I'll go into our critics league too, where I must say I thought I was like I would never ever give up. I thought I was just like deeply fucked in that league. Like I thought that I had the worst draft ever. I had Zeke, I had Najee, and they were just gonna do me in. I had no chance. Then all of a sudden, the 2 of them start playing, and my research and my waiver wiring paid off because, I mean, now I'm 6-6, and I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good about where I'm at.
We have a lot of 6-6 teams there. I'm just looking right now.
Oh yeah, that league is tight.
Me, you, Eric, Movie Man. So we're all 6-6, and like we're fighting for the last spot. So like we've got to come up big.
Literally 9 of the 12 teams in that league have like a real serious chance at the playoffs, which is like almost the entire damn league.
I'm trying. Well, yeah.
Who are you playing this week in that league?
This week I have. Wait, who do I have? Oh, Walkuski, like the New York Mets.
Oh, he was so mad I beat him last week.
I need to beat him this week.
I lucked out. It was gonna be tight, and then I think my last player was Najee Harris, and literally he scores 1 touchdown just before he gets knocked out for the rest of the game, and I'm like, at least he gave me the 1 touchdown.
You got that.
Like, first and foremost, I hope he heals for fantasy football, but also personally because injuries fucking suck.
Yeah, trust me, I know. It's been a fucking rough year. Okay, 2 more super chats. We'll knock them out.
Oh, do you want to do the one you found first?
Do that one first.
All right, Annibal's here. Happy weekend to all. Enjoying all the trailers so far. Mario Brothers Chef's Kiss. And no worries, because I pronounce hot dogs with dogs. It's a New Yorker thing. Any current foreign flicks you would recommend? I don't think I've watched any international features lately, mainly because I'm like pushing them aside until the Oscars narrow down the must-watches for me, which sounds terrible, but it's because I have other work-related things that I have to catch up on.
Also, it's easier for me to watch award screeners during my day job that are not subtitled. So like I save the subtitled for at night and stuff like that, but I've been so busy with other work, like it's been a rough one. So like yeah, I have some I have to catch up with there, but like I don't know. Project Wolf Hunting just got announced for Screambox next year. So like look out for that movie I was talking about last week to hit Screambox next year.
I want to see that.
So that's my kind of.
Is this the one that I missed?
Yes. There you go.
Nathan, thank you so much for submitting a super chat. Do you have suggestions for someone trying to get into film journalism? I'm a decade removed from my degree, but I want to dive in. Love the channel. You want to take this first, or you want me to?
The best advice is just do it. That is the easiest way, because I mean, there's so many entry points, but like if you're just coming at it from a place of passion and a place of like, I want to do this thing I love and hopefully build a base and stuff like that, like you just have to start doing it as much as possible. The more I write, the more I put myself out there, the more I just keep challenging myself to get better is how I get better. And maybe that's writing for a little blog that gets no attention for years, or, you know, like a YouTube channel that you're just kind of like feels like you're doing it for yourself. But it's really the only way to break in. Like, it took me a while writing on just a little blog myself just to like break into the actual industry, if you want to say it. So just work hard, work at getting better, and just do what you can. But first, like, the most important thing is you have to love it. There's so much work goes into this industry, and it will chew you up and spit you out if you don't actually love the writing. Because at the end of the day, that's what this is about. It's about the writing. It's about the video or anything like that. So like, whatever your medium is and however you're doing it, it's about loving that. Because once that love goes away, it is just fucking grueling. And so you never want it to be that.
Well said. I'll emphasize pretty much what you just pointed out. I feel like anytime someone asks a question like this, first and foremost, I need to say every single path is different. So there's no one blueprint to follow, but I feel like you could be waiting around all day long and wasting a whole lot of time if you basically just sit there and wait for someone to give you an opportunity to write. And nowadays, we're lucky to have so many different platforms where you can self-publish and produce content. So, you know, even if you do want to hit a point where you're working for a particular outlet, while you wait for that opportunity to come your way, you could be honing your craft by doing it on your own. And that's like, it's one of the most exciting things to do because you could experiment, you could refine your voice. There's just so much like exploration that could be done and like big swings that could be taken. And that's probably how you find like the little super special something you love in a very, very big industry too. So I recommend just doing it.
Yeah. And just very briefly, I won't, like, just as a follow-up, like YouTube or Slate, like, it's up to you. Do you feel more comfortable on camera? Do you feel more comfortable writing? Because like, those to me are the two mediums. Like, being, you know, Letterboxd is a great tool for that kind of stuff, and a great tool for like honing your writing. And if you just want to use it that way, like, continue to keep using it that. But I would stress something more formal if you're going to do writing, like a blog. I know, like, weird to say like blog and formal, but that is just, it will get you in the right mentality of doing it that way. Because this is what you need. You need to live and breathe, and you already love it. So like, that's the good thing. But it's again, it's on you. Video or writing, like, that is the thing. You have to decide yourself what you feel comfortable doing. It's not just, you know, you might get in front of a camera and realize you hate it. Like, I hate doing solo camera stuff. Like, Perri is super comfortable with it and like does a great job with it. I get in front of a camera by myself and I'm like, what the fuck are words? I don't know. So like, it's just, it becomes natural. It becomes what you do, and you find your voice. So do it comfortably, whatever you want.
All right. JG's taking us out here. Perri, did you see the trailer for Missing, the sequel for Searching? I'll never forget your interview back when Searching came out. I love the Searching filmmakers so much. They are super cool people. I have not seen this trailer, but immediately after we're done, lies, while I'm waiting to board my flight tonight, I will watch this trailer because I need to pack first.
Yep. Get out of here.
Have you seen this?
I have not yet. No.
Okay. All right. We'll come back to you on that, JG. I am the one rushing us off today because I am jet setting. You guys will all see pictures on the socials soon. Matt, before we leave, promote your wonderful work.
At Donatobomb, Twitter, Letterboxd, Twitter, Letterboxd, Instagram, Live when it gets reinstated.
Spoonerism, Matt. Spoonerism.
That's right.
The Merri Hour. I'm starting, and now I'm not going to stop.
Spiraling.
I'm sorry.
You can get me on IGN, writing about things. I got some Christmas horror stuff coming up. I got some video stuff coming up. Slash film, Bloody Disgusting. I just posted some Revenge of the Remake work today. So fuck it. Just follow me.
I will tell you, I'm trying to remember who my last lady was. It was Haley Lou Richardson, and she's really cool. She's really great in The White Lotus season 2, but she's also one of those actors who has like this massive filmography that you could literally just like roulette and pick something, and odds are you're probably going to see a really good movie. So do check that out. The Taylor Russell one is live, and next up is Willow star Ruby Cruz, which is going to go up over the weekend. So keep an eye out for that. That is it for this edition of the Merri Hour. Guess what? Next week, we're going to do a Merri Hour in the same room in person.
Are we? I'll believe it till I see it.
We are. Otherwise, there's a problem. Bye, guys.